amazing. The ending's okay. The ending's a bit weak, but not too weak. And they have said if they sell enough of copies of this game, there will be another one. And bear in mind, this is the biggest selling out of the three, and it's probably the biggest selling Xbox game of this year, as of yet, exclusive wise. The only other two things that are going to beat this game is Forza 4 and Halo Combat Evolved. Now, Halo fans, it could sell more, but personally I don't think it will. I'm not going to be buying it, because it's basically the first game which I've got remade in HD with now you can play through the campaign with 4 people and online, like Halo Reach. So pretty much it just seems a bit pointless. However, I'm sure loads of people will go get it. I know 2 or 3 people that are going to get it. But it doesn't seem that. And then Forza 4, it looks exactly the same as Forza 3, but with bullshit Kinect controls, which I'm sure your arms would die within half an hour of a 24-hour race. So I think personally Gears 3 it's come out first out of the 3 exclusives this year, and it's definitely the best. The campaign, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because Act 2, parts of it did bore the shit out of me. I was like, oh great, now we've got to go down here and shoot these guys, you know. But for the most part, it was a really good and really emotionally touching campaign, and it was really well done. Now we get on to, I think the thing I was most hoping, now this would have been the be-all end-all for me, the multiplayer. Because like I said in my intro, just like earlier in the video, the first game's multiplayer is better than the second's because the machine guns do shit. But still it's very difficult on Gears 1. Gears 2 is shotgun or nothing pretty much. If you don't use the shotgun, yeah, you can get people down, but when they're down it glitches so you can't even shoot them, so which means you've got to go over there and execute them or shotgun them. So pretty much use the shotgun is all you have to do in Gears 2. And most of the maps were pretty shit in Gears 2. I liked a few like Blood Drive and Ruins and stuff, but that was pretty much it. Gears 3, holy shit, thank you. Right? Most of the maps, apart from 1 or 2, I absolutely love, out of the 10. The dedicated servers, there is not a bit of lag. There's been one bit, but that's because my router, or router, whatever you want to call it, is a piece of shit, and it disconnected me from Xbox Live, and it started to jerk. But that's not the game's fault, so I'm not going to take it down. I'm not going to beat the shit out of the game for that. It's not the game's fault. I have had perfect connection every game because of dedicated servers. It flows, it's as smooth as a baby's bum, and I have to say, because of this, you can now kill people with machine guns. Thank you. Holy shit, we don't have to chainsaw people. We can actually shoot them, get them down, and then when they're on the ground, shoot them. We don't have to go over there and kick them or punch the shit out of them. We can or stomp on the head. We can actually shoot them when they're down. Thank you. Thank you, Epic. Thank you for finally doing dedicated servers. Apparently the other 2 games, the reason the machine guns were shit is because of the lag. And they tried to patch it. Alright, well done, you tried to patch it, don't get me wrong. I appreciate people trying to do stuff, like Infinity War when they did Modern Warfare 2. They tried, and they failed, but they tried. That's what I personally say well done for. But they don't fix it when they do, unlike Epic Games. I don't even like Epic Games that much, and I'm happy. I personally think, holy shit, well done you guys. People that hated Gears of War 1 and 2 are actually buying this and saying it's really, really good. Like myself. Best thing about Gears 1 and 2 was the campaigns. And the campaigns were pretty meh. That's why I think it was overrated, personally. Gears 3 is well worthy of the 9 and 9.5s it's getting from like GameSpot and IGN. Definitely. So the multiplayer, the maps, you got the 4 from the beta. I think personally, the only thing is the 4 they put in the beta were the 4 best. I was like, oh cool, these ones look amazing. What are the other 6 going to be like? Because there's usually 10 at the start of the game. They're like, oh shit. Alright, well 1, we got this hotel map, which ain't too bad a map, but it's not that bad. It's not that good. It's alright. Then we got, what's another one? Sandbar. My least favourite map, I think, personally. Overpass. Not a bad map, but it looks a bit like Blood Drive. And then we got, what was another one? Mercy. That was the first map I actually played on. It's not a too bad map, but it's, once again, it's meh. And then finally I'm thinking, right, what's this other map going to be? And it's yet another redesigned version of Gridlock. It was in Gears 1. They brought it back in the flashback map pack, which you get for free if you bought the game brand new of Gears 2. and now they're giving you it redesigned. Now, personally, this is a much bigger step from the Gears 2 redesign. Gears 2 redesign was pretty much identical, apart from a car maybe being moved a little bit here and there. But for the most part, it's in dark, it looks really creepy actually, and it's slightly tweaked, and it looks amazing. This is definitely probably one of my best. If I'm going to say my top 3 maps of the game, they're all going to be from the beta, so I think my third favourite map has got to be Trenches, followed by Thrashball, followed by Checkout. Checkout is definitely the fan favourite of the beta, apparently, and I can see why. It's an amazing map. And I loved it. The multiplayer, the machine guns all have strengths and weaknesses. Hammerburst is equal damage and equal, but very good not very good damage, but amazing accuracy, because you can actually aim down the sight with it. So if you want to get a headshot, you've got a bigger chance of getting it with that machine gun. The Lancer's probably the most used still, but it's very good. The power and the range is about the same, whereas the Hammerburst is damage down there and accuracy up here. These two are like that. And it seems to do more damage with an active reload, but it still does a lot of damage with or without. The chainsaw still kicks ass. And I have been using that gun actually the most of the Lancer, surprisingly. Then we get to the gun I was most looking forward to using, the Retro Lancer. Pretty much, this is one they used in the Pendulum Wars, which was set before the first game, which I'm predicting that if they're going to do another Gears of War, they do a prequel, right? And they're going to call it Gears of War, the Pendulum Wars, which will be set before the first game, and then when it ends, it'll end with Marcus going to jail and emergence and all that shit happening. I can personally see that. I'm putting that prediction down. Will I be right? God if I know, but if I am, I will be gobsmacked, and personally I hope they do that, because that is what and bring over the multiplayer that you've done for this in every other Gears game, I will love you a lot more, Epic, seriously, because it's took you 3 games, but you finally did it. I finally, literally, from this to Gears 2 I'm lucky if I get 5 kills a game on like Annex or whatever, whereas on elimination modes. Whereas this, I'm getting no shit, sometimes 12 kills a game. I am kicking arse on this game, and it just shows that lag and the weapon unbalance didn't help. Whereas this is fair. I have seen some shotgun kills, and it's still the most powerful gun, the Nasher. But the Sawnov, I'll get to that in a minute. The Nasher is still the most powerful gun, but Nasher versus Retro Lancer or Hammerburst fights, sometimes, no shit, some of the machine guns might have been increased damage, so which may mean the machine guns do more damage than the shotguns. Now, up close, the shotguns do a lot better, but the range of the machine guns is so damn good that if you're using nothing but the shotgun because you're addicted to Gears 2 and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go do this shit, yeah, you might get a few kills, but if you're going to run at me with it, then I ain't going to charge you with the Retro Lancer. I'm going to gun you down. The Retro Lancer has one of the best, oh yeah, kind of like executions, where it's basically like a baton, or a yeah, like a baton sort of thing at the end. And basically you'll charge like that. You have to make a run. That's the only thing. You've got to have a lot of distance between you and your enemy. Most of the kills I get are from behind. Some guy will be standing still sniping or something, or like shooting, and I'll just go, ah, you motherfucker, and just get him. And it's just, you're like, oh yeah, it just feels so epic when you do that. And it's really good. And the anime, it takes a lot less time. It's debatable between the time and between the chainsaw and that. The chainsaw's like, whereas the chainsaw duel is a lot longer than the Retro Lancer. So, to be honest, what the Gears 3 multiplayer has taken, I know this is a long review, guys, I'm sorry, I've got to just get this done though. The Gears 3 multiplayer has taken the good and the good aspects from both 1 and 2, put them together, and you get the perfect game. The machine guns do a little bit in Gears 1, well, let's upgrade that and let's make them usable now. Gears 2, the crawling, alright, well we did that, we didn't do that in Gears 1, let's put that in Gears 3. The good maps from Gears 1. Alright, well we made these amazing maps, let's make some more and put them in the Gears 3. Okay, that's good. And you know, just in general, they've taken all the ideas and put them together. Now, I have some complaints about the multiplayer. 1, most of the good modes are gone that were in Gears 2. Now, Gears 2, I hate the multiplayer, but Guardian, I loved. Where's Guardian? You got rid of Guardian. Why? I love Guardian. You brought in, now the modes are Team Deathmatch, which is the most played one, and I have to say it's probably the best one. Warzone's back, and Execution. Here's my thing. Why the hell do we need two variations of a game which is pretty much identical? The thing about Execution is, it's like you can only kill someone if you execute them or get a one-shot kill. Alright? Now, I don't know if it's me playing Gears 1 and 2 so much, but everyone who used the shotgun got a one-shot kill anyway, regardless of the mode. So what's the big fucking difference between Execution and Warzone? You still have to execute people in Warzone. What's the difference? Take out one of those two modes, preferably Execution, and just make something else. Make something else. Capture the Leader is a decent mode. It's like Capture the Flag. That's pretty good, but personally, I'm probably not going to pay that much. King of the Hill. Now, King of the Hill in Gears 2 was dog shit. Because it was like Anarchs, but you had to be standing inside the circle, and if you got killed inside that circle whilst defending it, you didn't respawn. Basically, King of the Hill is this game's Anarchs. They've just renamed it. So I'm like, oh, well, thank you, finally. So I can now play Anarchs on Gears 3, but instead it's called King of the Hill. And I have been in that circle and been killed, and I do respawn. So it's not like King of the Hill we know, which is good. And then the final mode is Wingman. I never played Wingman that much, and personally it was dog shit. It's probably, it's alright, but it's not brilliant. So, pretty much that's that. I have some complaints about the multiplayer. The mantle kick is a great addition. You've got some guy over the other side of the wall, and if you like try and blind fire or something, now if you jump exactly where he is in line, to say someone's here, and there's a wall in between us two here, and then I'm here, this is me here, and this is the enemy. I can go over the wall, kick him, he'll go, what the hell, get kicked back, and I can shotgun him. So it gets him out of cover. The Digger is a cheap weapon, but it's pretty good. The one shot I haven't used yet, but it's not a bad gun. I've used it in the campaign, so I'm not going to count the multiplayer. But in general, the multiplayer is 9.5. It's absolutely amazing. There are a few bullshit kills still, but it's not that often. I can play this with friends. I can play Warzone and Execution on this game and not be pissed off if I die 95% of the time. Because it's fair and balanced, and if I died, alright fine, you're more skilled than me, that's fine. Whereas on Gears 1 and 2, it's pretty much, you shot that guy in the head, but because the lag is a total pile of bullshit, you lost. I was up this one guy, shotgunned him twice in the head. Didn't do anything. Yeah, some guy came right, like, a meter away from me,